Hello and welcome back to Archers Arena for what is setting out to be an enormous fixture in this WBBL season. Every game from here on out is enormous for the Archers as they push for playoff security. But today's opponent, the Caledonia Gladiators, look to equal the points tally of the league's two giant clubs in the London Lions and the Leicester Riders. Today's Celtic clash between the only WBBL teams in both Wales and Scotland respectively provides some of the greatest matchup head-to-heads in the division. Shannon Hatch should fancy herself in any matchup, especially having faced with all 6'4" of Grace George and the Oakland Wolves last week. But today she faces off with Erin McGarrigan. Leading scorer for the Gladiators with just under 15 a game, McGarrigan puts up the points immensely efficiently. 55% from the field and 33% from three. The Archers will be hopeful though, as they held her to her worst scoring performance of the season when they faced off late January. The Gladiators have been busy since then, picking up new players to bolster their squad on their push towards the end of the season. Erin Jones has shot off like a rocket since her arrival, averaging 14.5 a game, shooting a smoking 53% from three. The Archers will have to cover those deeper areas if they're to come out of this with another tick in the all-important win column. The Gladiators have scoring all around this team, with 6 players all averaging double figures on the year compared to the Archers' mere 3. The Archers have been reliant on their star players all season long, with not one bench player averaging even 5 points a game. There have been games, of course, where certain players have come in off the bench and delivered for the Met, whether it be Molly James shooting from deep or Lara Habling and her ability to play make from the big spot. It's just unfortunate that it's been seemingly so consistently inconsistent. The Archers for sure have a big 3 though, and that's held the ship together enough to carry them through in their wins so far this year. Shannon Hatch, the Swiss international, has scored more points in the entire league this year than any other player. What a phenomenal statistic. More 2-point shots than any other player in the league. More efficiently than any other player in the league. The shots go up, the shots go down. Shannon Hatch, the metronome. Lauren Psyche leads the WBBL in assists. Her connection with Hatch seems telepathic at times this year. And above her assist level is her ability to drive and pull up down the stretch. I would argue there's not one player in the league that can take the title of most clutch away from Lauren Psyche. She delivers consistently when the team needs her most. A deadly assassin with a mid-range pull-up, she bends and weaves her way around defences with her herky-jerky handle and can lull perimeter defenders into a false sense of security. She's looking for that pass, and then all of a sudden she pulls up, shooting the dagger straight through the rim. Izzy Bunyan has rounded out that Archer's quiver of stars. She's second in blocks in this final showdown season in the UK before she heads over to Division 1 in the US with Montana State. Izzy doesn't just protect the rim, mind you. Her ability to guard on the perimeter with her length is vital to the defensive strategy of Steph Collins. Her swiveling quick feet can dismantle an attack with ease, and her fast break ability is demonstrative. She can move from defense to attack in just a few steps because of those long arms, long legs. She can move quickly up the court, and that can provide easy transition opportunities for her teammates. Now, that might not show up on the box score, but it shows up very clearly for the eye test. All who get the chance to watch her here at Archers Arena, the impact she leaves on the court is unimaginable unless you come down here and see it for yourself. She's everywhere on defense. She's everywhere on offense. This year, her ability to play make has improved drastically. Not only is it Lauren Psyche bringing the ball up, Abby Junker, of course, has been taking the ball up every now and then to give her point guard a bit of rest, but Izzy Bunyan this year has started to instigate the offense herself, generate plays, and key up from outside that three-point line and instigate the attack from her own hands, rather than being used as a wing forward playing off of the guard. She's being used both positions by Steph Collins this year, and it's that kind of ability that has attracted attention from everyone, not only in Wales, not only in Britain, but all over the globe. The Caledonia Gladiators, a phenomenal outfit, there's no question about that. There's a reason they're so high up the standings. There's a reason they've won so many games and scored so many points. They've won 4 of their last 5. Their only loss came to a strange one against the Newcastle Eagles, ended 49-54. Strange that it was so small a points game. Not many only end in the 50s for Caledonia. Last two went into the 80s, for example. But today the Archers are going to be looking to neutralize so much of what they do here. The Archers starting lineups, if you've been watching this season long, there'll be no surprises. Lauren Psyche, Abby Junker at the guard spots, Shannon Hatch and Izzy Bunyan at the 3 and the 4, and Mara Marchesotti anchoring the defence at the centre position. For Caledonia, there's a return to Archers Arena for Robin Lewis. Number 4, she starts for Caledonia today after being an Archer for last season. She made the switch from Wales to Scotland, and I'll pretend that I'm not taking offence to that decision. Erin McGarrigan, of course, starting as well. Chantel Handy, Abby Wolfe, and Jamila Thompson. Interesting, Erin McGarrigan and Jamila Thompson both played with Steph Collins for Team GB. I wonder if Steph Collins can use that to her advantage at all as she tries to unpick this Caledonia defence. It looks like we're getting really close to tip-off here as referees and teammates and opposing teams shake hands. Although shaking hands is not really the done thing anymore. Fist bumps all around. Marchesotti has been so effective in the tip-off, easily picking up early possessions for the Archers so far this year. Her height and strength in that jump is so vital to everything that the Archers do. And we're off. Marchesotti unable to win that one, but Izzy Bunyan recovers. Mara has a chance to set things up here, and she finds the trusted hands of Lauren Psyche. Psyche turns the corner, finds Bunyan out wide, happy to drive and kick. Finds Mara, the big man, with a rare pull-up from the mid-range. Shannon Hatch. The hustle and energy of Shannon Hatch felt in every minute of this game. The offensive rebound there sets the screen for Psyche. Psyche breaking ankles. Shannon Hatch has to put one up. The mid-range with a rare miss for Shannon Hatch there. She's as efficient as anyone. In fact, she's more efficient than anyone from that mid-range spot in the WBBL this year. Here are Caledonia over on this right side. A strong layup from Taya Adams as Caledonia break the deadlock, make it 2-0. Minute to go. Oh, sorry, a minute gone. Izzy Bunyan here with a chance to set up. Caledonia seem to be rushing out from their defensive half court to try and push the Archers. They've managed to escape it. They've got 10 seconds remaining here to get a shot up. Lauren Psyche so comfortable with the ball at her feet. There's the mid-range pull-up from her, and she misses everything. Very unlike Lauren Psyche there, with a very, very rare miss from the mid-range, and a strong drive once again from Taya Adams. Happy to take on the contact, happy to take it straight through the Archers' defense for a second time running there. No bucket on this run. She'll shoot for 2. The first one, no luck. Taya Adams, a decent free throw shooter, shooting about league average. And it's 0 for 2. Archers will breathe a sigh of relief here. Shannon Hatch looking to get started on the ball early. The Diffs dynamic duo, Psyche and Hatch, connecting. Mara Marchesotti down low. They like to get her going early. Shannon Hatch can't quite get that offensive rebound. Here come the Gladiators pushing again. Here's Adams. She's got the green light. And a foul called once more against the Archers. If Adams is going to be able to draw fouls like this through easy contact in the paint, the Archers will be in for a long afternoon. Thompson trying to get open. They found Elias. Misses from 3. Gladiators have got an awful lot of shooters here, way more than the Archers from deep. And there's Abianca showing to take it straight to the rim. Fantastic outlet pass from Lauren Psyche. Here are the Gladiators again. Elias open. Thompson playmaking from the top of the key. Gladiators trying to create something from deep once again. And the second time running, she hits the 3. A huge basket for Caledonia. The first 3 of the game is down. Here's Izzy Bunyan. Pace, speed, huge drive, fantastic pass. And Shannon Hatch hits the shot, but she has a foot on the line. A fantastic setup from Izzy Bunyan there. Would have been one of the best assists I've seen so far this year, but unfortunately Shannon Hatch unable to stay within the lines here at Archers Arena. Caledonia getting started again here. Here is Lewis, the former Archer. Adams finds Elias. Abby Juncker with her hands up. She's been so good defensively this year. Happy to take the switch. That leaves Thompson with a mismatch. Psyche with a closeout. It's all a bit ragged here from the Archers. And the three misses. Abby Juncker looking to push through transition. Lauren Psyche. That body control so powerful. Number 3, Lauren Silky Psyche, brings the deficit down to just a point. Here is Taya Adams. Elias finds Thompson. Adams finds herself with the ball in hand at the top of the key once again. Mara Machazotti with a strong rebound with pressure all around the outlet pass. Shannon Hatch with the rarest miss right outside the basket. You'd never have expected that to miss, but the Caledonia Gladiators really have to be careful here. The outlet pass for the Archers is on. If they can break out like that so quickly in transition, they're going to cause some real damage over 4 quarters. Here's Elias on this left-hand side. It's her favourite spot. There's no question about that. Trying to get that entry pass, but Mara Machazotti says no. A strong hand blocks the entry pass. Izzy Bunyan funnels it to the corner. Shannon Hatch unable to knock it down this time. 6 minutes remaining. A point the difference. Lauren Psyche to restart the game for the Archers. Let's see what Steph Collins has lined up. Abby Juncker on the right-hand side. Good screen. Shannon Hatch on the return. And that'll be an and one play for Swiss cheese, Shannon Hatch. Number 22 will head to the line for 1. A fantastic play from the restart there. Steph Collins has so many different options from those baseline side outs. The ability of this Archers team to move off the ball enables so much space to be created off a set play. Shannon Hatch misses the free throw. She had an off night when the Oakland Wolves came to town. Be interesting to see if that curse is still caught onto her. Here's Elias, open from 3, decides to drive. Adams searches for Elias once more. Thompson open. The Gladiators passing around this zone defense, and the 3 is their reward. Fantastic basketball. The ball movement on display there from the Gladiators was unbelievable. Here's Izzy Bunyan with a handoff. Abby Juncker finding Psyche. The ball handling ability there. And the 3 from Bunyan. What a shot. What a play. Izzy Bunyan, Psyche, Juncker, all taking part in that offensive setup. Here come the Gladiators looking to answer. Here's Lewis. She knows all about this place. Finding Adams. Thompson looking for Lewis, hoping to drive. Switches hands at the last minute. Can't quite get the kiss of the rim. Izzy Bunyan looking up for it today. Drives straight into traffic, but is saved by the teammate Lauren Psyche. She was feeling it, pulled up early in the shot clock, but unfortunately, that one bouncing straight out of the rim. Thompson here outside. With an easy drive to the lane, a lapse of concentration for the Archers, but the energy of Shannon Hatch refused the bucket. And Elias says, no worries, no matter. If you're not going to let me shoot from the rim, I'm going to shoot from all the way out here. Here is Hatch, directing play. Lauren Psyche waiting for her teammates. Mara Machazotti trying to break free in the post. Juncker with a cross-court catch there. Mara takes it early. The mid-range pull-up is clean by the Argentine. Here is Robin Lewis. Played an awful lot of minutes for the Gladiators here. Thompson, GB international. Gladiators can't get it past Abiyanka. The ball is recovered. The ball is launched from deep. And Psyche looking to break. Shannon Hatch open. And one! The second of the first quarter from Shannon Hatch. With 3 minutes 33 left on the clock. What a fantastic counter break that was from Shannon Hatch and Lauren Psyche, knowing to run in unison. Shannon Hatch knows where to run. Lauren Psyche knows where to put it. And a good timeout called there by Caledonia. It is 13-11 with 3 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this first quarter, and it has been a blizzard of pace, transition, and shooting from deep here at Archers Arena. It's never a quiet one on King Koy campus. These Archers have seemed really up for it, really taking it straight towards the Gladiators, higher up in the table than the Met. Caledonia Gladiators sit in 4th. The Archers just a little bit below that in 8th. Last weekend's victory over the Oakland Wolves, an enormous victory for the Archers, gave them a little bit of breathing room at that final position of the playoffs, that 8th spot. Of course, in the WBBL, if you are unaware, every win is equal to 2 points. Archers sit on 12. The Wolves now on 6, 3 positions below, seeming a little bit away from that last playoff spot. The Archers, with a win here, could equal the score of the Newcastle Eagles and the Essex Rebels, two very, very, very strong organizations. Of course, Newcastle having only played 14 games, this is the Mets' 17th of the year. Shannon Hatch at the line. Can she round out this 3-point play? Yes, she can. The metronome, Shannon Hatch. The shot goes up, the shot goes down. Gladiators trying to get something going, but Lauren Psyche locking down Elias. Shannon Hatch in that matchup that I warned you about earlier. Here's Adams. A shot where her teammate seemed to be defending her more than anything. Inability to create the space there, but it mattered not for Caledonia. Mara Machizotti once again open in that mid-range pocket. If the center for the Archers can continuously create space in the center of that paint, that'll open up the court for the perimeter players. If Caledonia are having to worry about her inside, all of a sudden they're going to be unable to keep track of the shooters like Abiyanka, Lauren Psyche, Shannon Hatch. Fantastic defending there from Izzy Bunyan. And as the ball bounces away, it will remain with the Gladiators. Shannon Hatch and Adams both with 5 on the game so far. Lauren Psyche, 3 assists already. Lara Habling in for the Archers. We see Abiyanka take a break, trying to match the height of these Gladiators. Shannon Hatch got a hand on that one, and Mara Machizotti manages to pluck that second chance opportunity out of the air. Izzy Bunyan turns the corner, pulls up from the mid-range, and I think everyone here at Archers Arena thought that was going down. Caledonia with a chance from the break themselves. A very, very strong position. The referees call a block. Well, Izzy Bunyan clearly too aggressive with that one in the minds of the referees. Shanahan coming onto the pitch to give the Welsh starlet a chance at a breather. Unbelievable to see Erin McGarrigan coming on and just impacting so much. All of a sudden, Shannon Hatch has got an awful lot to worry about, whereas before she could roam and help on the defensive end, all of a sudden her attention is completely tied up with the Scottish international and Team GB player. Lots of fouls given away by the Archers so far today, this first quarter. And that's poor communication from the Archers. Very, very poor. Taya Adams with a wide open three once again. Lauren Psyche looking to set up. Marchezzotti down low. Finds Shanahan, just come on, maybe not quite ready to be shooting threes in a game as close as this one. Taya Adams takes contact straight towards the basket. She has been phenomenal ever since this game has begun. She has impressed everyone here at Archers Arena. Taya Adams only averaging 11 points a game on the season, but she's got 10 already. She's got 10, and there's a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Well, some of the new signings for Caledonia unable to make the trip down. Of course, the Rada Statskova, the Serbian international, and Erin Jones, two of those major misses for the Caledonia Gladiators. Perhaps not willing to have to take a flight all the way from Scotland to here in Cardiff. It's a long journey, I understand. But you'd think that would mean that they'd be weaker. You'd think that missing these two key new additions, they'd have a weakened offense, but instead Taya Adams has stepped up and filled the limelight, left behind by those two international basketball players. A fantastic quarter for her. Oh, my apologies. My stats here have just been updated, and she's not got 11. She has 13. So her average is 11 points a game. She's got 13 in the first quarter. 13 of 19 points for the Gladiators. Here's Lauren Psyche. Has to escape the trap here. Shannon Hatch with McGarrigan all over her. Marchezzotti with a strong screen, but Gladiators fighting through. Lara Habling down low, her playmaking ability on display with a quick pocket pass. But Mara knocks one down again. She had a nice kiss off the rim there. A bit of luck perhaps as it bounced off both sides. But for getting in that position and for that beautiful pass from Lara Habling, I think it's safe to say they deserve that one, the Archers. Here is Taya Adams, feeling it so far. McGarrigan gives it back. Shanahan on defensive duties. Shannon Hatch can't leave it that wide open. She just won't let you. She's going to punish anyone who gives her that much space. Shooting 33% from three. Might not sound that impressive if you've never played basketball, but the three-point line, the average is 36 in the NBA. Let me put that into perspective for you. Yeah, 36 is the average in the NBA. No one on the Archers shoots 30%. McGarrigan shoots 33. Here is Robin Lewis. Shannon Hatch not willing to let her get open once again. Pushing up on McGarrigan here. Takes the pull-up in the mid-range. And Shanahan not able to get that. Rebound is kicked out to Taya Adams. And the buzzer beater misses. A fantastic first quarter here at Archers Arena. Score currently 22 to the Gladiators. And the home-sided Archers 18. Now, Taya Adams really took over in that first quarter. She set the tone from the second the whistle blew. Driving into contact. Multiple threes. She's been phenomenal for the Gladiators. She's got 13. No one else on the Glasgow outfit has more than 3. So she's really been the star of the show, whereas everything else has been shared between the rest of the roster. Mara Marchezzotti, not normally known for being ahead of the points tally for the Archers, but that's exactly where she is at the end of the first. 3 mid-range shots leave her at 6 points. Shannon Hatch with 5 is right next to her. Shannon Hatch has got 4 rebounds. That's the thing about Shannon Hatch. She's everywhere. Even if she's having a lesser scoring game like you might have seen when the Oakland Wolves came to Archers Arena last week, she impacts the game in other ways. All of a sudden, you see her assist rate turning up, her rebound rate increasing, her energy off the ball increasing, her ability to play make and with that pass to assist and quick tip-ins and quick tip-backs off the rim. She makes sure that her presence is felt every second of every minute that she's out on that court, even if she's not shooting it fantastically well. She'll head over to some of her other skills, her other abilities to impact the game. The Archers shooting a decent clip so far. 8 of 17, make that 47%. It's a pretty fantastic number to be at. It's above that of the Gladiators. They've just hit more threes. 6 of the Gladiators' 8 field goals that they've made have been threes. Just tells you where their coaching team is focusing their offensive energy on outside that three-point line. A fantastic play by Lara Habling. The defensive hustle wins the ball back, and Lauren Psyche tries that little shovel pass into Shannon Hatch, but the defense got a hand to it, and it'll be an out-of-bounds play here with Lauren Psyche set to restart. Shannon Hatch has to take it with her back to the basket. Abby Younker with the point guard responsibilities. Shannon Hatch with a good screen. Fades. Pulls up. And that is cash from top of the corner. Shannon Hatch regaining that shooting form that led her to the top of the WBBL statistics for points just a couple of weeks ago. Pushes up on that three-point shot. Love to see that from Shannon Hatch. Not taking a break on the defensive end. McGarrigan unable to punish her again, but the Gladiators got the offensive rebound, and here is Robin Lewis. Lara Habling got a hand on the entry pass to Thompson, and all of a sudden Abby Younker can come away with it. She's got to dribble through traffic. She's going to try and dribble through it all. And Taya Adams with a nasty block. What a fantastic bit of defensive hustle from Lara Habling there to create that opportunity on the fast break. The entry pass finds Shannon Hatch. Lauren Psyche curling in towards that left-hand side. Turning, throwing it up. She had a little longer than I think she may have thought there. Seeming rushed on that turnaround J. And illegal screen is called. Illegal screen called against the Gladiators. Lauren Psyche is collapsing to the ground after a big hit. A huge hit. Chantel Handy, been at the Gladiators for some time. She had a little word with the referee after that one. I'm not sure she thought that that was a completely fair call. She thought that her feet were set, and this was something that was happening quite a lot last week. The pest that is Lauren Psyche really getting under defenders' skins, because she does all the things that really frazzle you as a basketball player. She draws charges. She draws illegal screen calls. She makes everything just that little bit tougher. She leads the WBBL in steals a game. So you're not safe passing the ball around her. She's still going to take advantage. You can't get relaxed when she's got the ball in her hands. You can't get relaxed when she doesn't, because she's always moving. She's like Steph Curry, never stood still, always running through some motion, some offense designed by the legend Steph Collins. 8 minutes 32 left in this second quarter. Gladiators up by 2, 22-20. The Archers should feel fine with this right now. They're in a good spot, plenty of time to take over this game. Steph Collins calling for teammates to help here. Psyche looking to receive the ball, having to take a couple of steps back further than she may have wanted to. Psyche finds Hatch. Finds Abby Younker off the jump to collect the pass. Lara Habling rolling, but can't retain the ball, and all of a sudden the fast break is on. Here's Lewis wide open for the Gladiators. Thought she was going to shoot that. Oh, fantastic handle from McGarrigan. Turns around and tries to lay that off the glass. That'll be Archer's ball off the strong rebound attempt from Handy. But she couldn't quite take control of the rock there. Lauren Psyche's going to go the whole length of the court here. Shannon Hatch with the screen. Lauren Psyche may be trying to attempt to draw a shooting foul charge there, but that was definitely on the floor. Maybe a display there of the dark arts that I was just referring to in her pesty behavior. That's the kind of thing that's going to really annoy defenders as the game goes on. If she's consistently attempting to get the referee to blow their whistle as often as possible. Shannon Hatch with that skip screen. Lauren Psyche pulling up, always falling right. Shannon Hatch with the rebound and the putback. A strong lay right by the basket. That brings up her total to 9. McGarrigan with a phenomenal entry pass. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Handy to McGarrigan. Incredibly similar, the two Scottish internationals. So tall for their position, so experienced. This style of play even similar. That was a phenomenal reverse lay-in from McGarrigan right under the basket. But even more impressive was the pass from Chantel Handy. Really difficult to get that in when you've got tall bodies in the way and eager hands looking to pluck the ball out of the air. Abby Juncker. That's poor shot selection there. I understand that that may have been what the motion of the action was trying to get there, but you've got to be able to recognize when the defense is all over you, and you may need to recycle. Another entry pass successful there. Gladiators getting the ball in and around the paint way too easily. A huge block from Shannon Hatch. Elias trying to drive inside and unable to do so. Psyche fakes the pass, maybe should have taken it. Shanahan knocks it down. Shannon to Shanahan. And it's Archer's ball. Referee having a conversation with Chantel Handy there. Robin Lewis in disbelief. A foul after the shot leads to the ball remaining with the Archers side. The game deadlocked at 25 apiece. Abby Juncker, that same motion of the reset. That puts the Archers up by 2. A huge swinging moment that for the Archers in this first half. 6.5 minutes remaining. Here's Handy. Finding Robin Lewis, directing play. McGarrigan, Izzy Bunyan's got to stay up tight on her. She's going to pull up at any moment. Finds Elias from the corner. And Thompson with a huge rebound, but unable to get the soft touch for the lay. The outlet pass from Shannon Hatch, unable to find Lauren Psyche. But it does find Elias on the ground after swatting the ball out to play. It'll be Archer's ball. Good hustle from the Caledonia defender. But it was to no avail. Izzy Bunyan back in the game. Mara back in the game. Shannon Hatch takes a well-deserved rest. Her first of the game. Abby Juncker looking for help. Lauren Psyche happy to provide. The bounce pass to Mara Machizotti is exquisite. The point guard extraordinaire, Lauren Psyche, but the miss. Unable to finish off the fairy tale play there. Elias always moving, always finding space. Lauren Psyche, her arms wide, dictating the position of the zone. Unable to rotate faster than the Archers' defense there, Caledonia. But McGarrigan is too good. That's one of those scenarios where you've got good defense, but just better offense. The system unable to find a look. But Izzy Bunyan finds a look. Those long legs creating space with ease down low. driving into the lane, knowing exactly where her body is, knowing exactly how to position herself within the laws of the game, and finds herself open right underneath the basket. Here's Elias once more. Hand on the ball by Laura Habling. Not for the first time this afternoon. The pass is poor to Lauren Psyche. Saved. Abby Juncker chooses to reset with Mara Marchesotti walking up slowly, unable to utilize the screen. Mara is down low. Fantastic roll and kick. And Laura Habling knocks down the huge shot. What a fantastic impact she's having off the bench today. Laura Habling, 6th man for the Archers today. She's been extraordinary on the defensive end. And if she can start putting up points, the Archers may be able to put a little run together here. Foul called on the play. Steph Collins very unhappy. Izzy Bunyan forced to have a conversation with the coach because of that last foul. She's staying in. Lauren Psyche taking to the bench. A miss on the first of the free throws for number 21, Abby Wolf. Abby Wolf makes the second. 12.5 points a game for her. Not many centers in this league get that higher points tally. And she forces the 8-second violation. The trap from Caledonia for once works in their favor. The Archers have been able to avoid it for this first portion of the game, but we see a successful trap, forcing the ball into the hands of a non-ball handler, Mara Marchesotti. And McGarrigan can't get it up before the shot clock expires. Very rare to see an 8-second violation instantly go into a 24. Might happen once or twice a game each. We've just had them back-to-back. Izzy Bunyan fires from 3. Marchesotti! A huge rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws of her own. A huge reaction here from the Archers faithful. Marchesotti heading to the line for a possibility of 2 more points. It's been a fantastic game so far. For Marchesotti. 4 rebounds, 6 points. Izzy Bunyan takes to the bench, possibly just to make sure there's no foul trouble early on in this game. Who's that coming on, did he say? Oh, it's just Shannon Hatch. Marchesotti knocks it down, experience personified. And Mara's perfect from the line. The Gladiators looking to get things going once again here. For the first time, they find themselves down by 2 possessions. 5 points between the Archers and the Gladiators. Psyche returning to the court. Shanahan taking a breather. Here is Chantel Handy. She's been crucial in this Gladiators play. Abby Juncker trying to get in the way there. I think she thought that was going to be called a charge. Referees called that as a blocking foul. I think that's probably the right call. It didn't seem as if she had her feet in a set position there. Once contact had been made, she leapt into the way of the driving Abby Wolf. Adams wide open from the corner, and if the Archers are going to keep letting that happen, she will not keep missing. They get away with one there, but she's already shown them today, Taya Adams, how deadly she can be from the floor. Abby Juncker, a huge layup over the far bigger Abby Wolf. To be able to finish over a taller opponent like that, such a skill for a guard in this league. To be able to control your body position Shannon Hatch there, getting a finger on the pass, but unable to affect it that much. Robin Lewis misses the 3, and it'll be Archer's ball. Lara Habling's got the ball for the restart. Abby Juncker having to take it on. The trap avoided this time out. Lauren Psyche loses control of the ball, but all of a sudden calm falls over the Archers' attack once again. Lauren Psyche not had the greatest scoring game so far today. She's missed a couple of those pull-ups that she's usually so clean on. Caledonia driving once more. It's Taya Adams once again with her 15th point of the game. She's so good at driving through traffic. We've seen her do it all year, but never, ever to this extent. We've not seen her consistently get the green light from her coaches, her teammates, to just drive and drive again and again, possession after possession. She has to take on the offensive load, it seems. Back to Lauren Psyche. Only 2 points for her so far. 1 for 5. Not where she would want to be. That's safe to say. Shooting 20% from the floor is not something she's used to. But as I said when we were just getting going here, in my opinion, she is the most clutch player in the WBBL. There will be a moment where Lauren Psyche is called on by the Archers to get them through a tough period. And at that moment, there will be no one you want shooting that ball more than Lauren Silky Psyche. Mara Machazotti and Shannon Hatch have been standouts for the Archers so far. Izzy Bunyan has seemed really up for it today, playing with pace and power, instigating offense, but fouls have led her to have to take a breather on the bench. She's already got 3 before the half. Really not where you want to be, and that's the discipline that perhaps comes with experience. What a pass! The backdoor cut from Lara Habling, found beautifully by the star of the show, Shannon Hatch. Her ability to play make, because she draws so much gravity towards her from the defense, is vital. If she can't play make, then the fact that she draws attention does nothing. Just mean that she has more attention when she's shooting, and the defensive pressure from the Archers leads to a 24-second violation, the second of the quarter. The Gladiators unable to get past this defense. 37-30 with 1:30 left in this first half. A fantastic second quarter for Steph Collins' team. Lauren Psyche crosses up the defense, sets the screen. Abby Juncker needs some help, finds Shannon Hatch. The metronome! Shannon Hatch! The shot goes up, the shot goes down. 39-30. Shannon Hatch really starting to heat up in this one. Here's Chantel Handy finding Robin Lewis. Taya Adams calling on McGarrigan, who finds Handy, who's happy to let fly. Maybe she shouldn't have there. Referees call that Gladiators ball. I've got a fantastic position here, and I'm not going to comment. McGarrigan starting it out here. Robin Lewis turns the corner, and McGarrigan's always going to finish when she gets in that position. Too much experience, too much skill. If she gets to her spot, she's going to put it up and she's going to score. Juncker needing some help here. Marchezotti with a pass down low. Shannon Hatch finding Juncker on the move. And once again, the shot goes down. Another and one for the Archers. Another bucket for Abby Juncker. Another score for a guard over a much taller defender for the Met. Words of encouragement here there from Shannon Hatch. Abiyanka reciprocates with a bucket. Robin Lewis directing traffic. Here's Elias finding Adams. Once again driving into people. Has to give up the ball, and Wolf finds Lewis once more. Elias. The switch from Abiyanka just about enough to put off the shooter in Elias. Just 3 seconds to get something up here, Abiyanka. She couldn't get the shot up. She couldn't get the ball out of her hands. Gladiators will be happy with that last play, but they will not be happy with that quarter. At the end of the first half, the Archers lead by double digits, 42-32. What a fantastic game of basketball we have right here for you at Cardiff Met Sport TV and the WBBL. Shannon Hatch exploded in that second quarter. 11 points for her now. Shooting 5 for 8 from 2. Yet to put up a 3-pointer, but I'm sure we'll get something. She always tends to light it up from deep once she's already feeling it. That's not where she gains momentum. That's where she uses her momentum to her advantage. It'll be interesting to see how Steph Collins manages the load for Izzy Bunyan the rest of the way. Picked up 3 early fouls. She'll be really disappointed with that. But the driving power of Taya Adams, I think, caught everyone off guard here. Averages 10 points a game. She had 13 in the first quarter. A lot of those coming from strong drives straight into traffic, straight into the chest of a defender. And more than once that defender was Izzy Bunyan, who gets called for a foul. It'll be interesting, to say the least, to see how many minutes she gets. In this second quarter, she is the only Archer to hit a 3 so far. So maybe that ability to shoot from deep will be called on, and Steph Collins will have no choice. All to come, of course, in this second half. Coming soon at Archers Arena with all of us here at Cardiff Met Sport TV. Hello and welcome back. We're just getting ready for the second half of this fantastic game between the Caledonia Gladiators and the Cardiff Met Archers, separated by 10 points at the end of the second. It's been a fantastic encounter so far. Shannon Hatch has been really heating up throughout that second period for the Archers. The Gladiators have come out early here. The Archers only just heading back from the locker rooms. Gladiators coach clearly trying to instill some much needed vigor to his players. The Gladiators, of course, in the news recently after a plan for a £20 million new arena was announced. It's the single greatest contribution to basketball in Scottish history. Steve Timoney and his wife Alison, who own the Caledonia Gladiators, made the announcement ahead of the men's team's first BBL trophy final in 9 years. They're going to face off against the Cheshire Phoenix on Sunday, 26th of March at Glasgow Emirates Arena in front of an already sold out 6,000 crowd. What a fantastic sign for this league, the BBL and the WBBL growing every year, and contributions like this by the Gladiators and the Gladiators owners are only going to further improve the notoriety and the coverage of the sport. The more we can get invested, the more we can get trusted into these two leagues, both the men's and the women's, will have an enormous impact on the amount of basketball we're seeing in our locality as Britons. How fantastic would it be if you weren't just thinking about the Premier League on a weekend, you weren't just thinking about the rugby during a Six Nations period, but you're thinking about the playoff race in the WBBL and the BBL trophy coming to a crescendo. How fantastic would it be if everyone who was interested in sport could talk about their favourite British basketball teams? How great would it be if we could expand the league, get more players playing, more players professionalised? The development of this sport is moving faster and faster by the year. This is the best time to get involved in British basketball, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player or a coach. This is the time to get involved. This is the opportunity. We're about to see a huge boom in basketball here in the UK. You've got to just decide whether or not you're going to be a trailblazer stepping in before that boom, or if you're going to follow. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but I know which one I'd rather be. The Archers, of course, done very, very, very well in that first half. Lauren Psyche hasn't shot it very well, but she has orchestrated play fantastically. You can see her on the left here, just trying to jack up some shots, maybe trying to get that touch back. But she did definitely make very, very well. She got 6 assists. She leads the game. Second highest in Abiyunka has 4. No Caledonia Gladiator has more than 3. Interesting there, seeing how even though the Archers are playing in a zone and the Gladiators forced to pass the ball around to look for that open look, it's actually the Archers leading the assist numbers so far in this game. The system that Steph Collins has drilled into these players is one based off of movement, quick play off the ball, and that leads to open opportunities, that leads to open looks, and so far they've been going down. The Archers overall shooting 52% on the game so far. We'll see whether or not they can keep that hot streak up. It's a fantastic number, 18 of 34 in total. 16 of 31 from 2. Only 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Of course, this is not a 3-point shooting team. All season long, if you've been checking in with me here at Cardiff Met Sport TV and the WBBL, you'll have heard me complaining about the 3-point percentages for the Archers throughout this season. And so by now, I'm expecting these low number of attempts. But when they are shooting them, so far, they've been connecting. Only 2 of 3. Comparison to the Gladiators, who are very trigger happy from deep. They've shot 6 of 16. You don't often see that much of a disparity in the 3-point numbers without the leading 3-point shooting team in the lead. But here today, the Archers have been so efficient from 2. They've been so efficient down low. They've got to the line 5 times. They've made shots from the line 4 times. That only miss the rare first opportunity from the line we saw for Shannon Hatch. This game's underway. Lara Habling finds Abiyanka, and we are off in this second half. This standing setter for the Archers. Whistle called against the Gladiators, off the ball. The movement once again from Steph Collins' team, causing all sorts of problems for this Gladiators defense. Surely the coach here is going to be making some changes. Abiyanka driving strongly, and she finds Mara Marchezzotti, who hits another mid-range shot. The big down low, normally pounding the ball, dominating the physical battle, but today it's been a battle won by finesse. Here come the Gladiators. Finding Adams. And Handy, ball plucked out of her hands before she could get to it. But Elias manages to track back on the outlet pass. That was just a little loose from Lauren Saiki, unable to capitalize off that fantastic steal. This could be big for the Gladiators if they can get this one back. Adams finds space down low, able to get there, but not able to make the basket count. This is a make or miss sport. Abiyanka, unsung hero for the Archers perhaps this season. Been one of my favourite people to watch all year long. Always gives 100%. Always happy to alleviate the pressure off the star players by bringing the ball up when Saiki might be getting trapped, or Shannon Hatch or Izzy Bunyan are getting overt attention. Abiyanka's always there to help defensively. She's been fantastic all year. What a fantastic season she's having, even if maybe you look at the box score and don't see that. Trust me, there's not one person here at Archers Arena who doesn't see what she does every day, and Marta Marchezzotti is all over the Gladiators today. Her 12th points of the game already. Leading scorer for the Archers now, once again, is Chantel Handy. Finding Lewis, hits Thompson down low, and she is fouled by Mara Marchezzotti. Thompson there really unhappy with the Marchezzotti, it seemed. Mara put her hands up, happy to not get whistled for a technical, and jeers called from the Archers fans as coach takes Thompson out of the game. Maybe that aggression called unnecessary. Abby Wolf's restart was just pushed out of bounds there by the Archers. They'll get another chance here from the side out. Taya Adams finds Robin Lewis. Chantel Handy. Abby Wolf in so much space, and Mara Marchezzotti, she's been successful at exactly that all afternoon. She needs to remember to neutralize that aspect of Abby Wolf's game on the defensive end. Lauren Saiki calling out instructions to her teammates, but it's perhaps herself who needs the help. So far today, ineffective she's been. Not the first time she's turned the ball over. Yunka finding space, finding out Marchezzotti once more! And the Argentine knocks it down again, her 14th points of the game. Not often you see her shooting so many mid-range pull-ups. You're used to seeing those baby hooks from her down low. But today it's been all about the mid-range J from Mara Marchesotti, the Argentine international. So much experience, able to anchor the defense. But today she's been taking on an offensive load not yet seen this season. Lauren Psyche hits the bench for a rest, maybe more for her mental side than physical. Izzy Bunyan returns to the lineup. 3 fouls already, of course. Remember that. It could be crucial. The ball stolen again by the Gladiators. Not good for the Archers to be turning the ball over so often here in this second half. And there we are, Abby Wolf with her second mid-range pull-up, copying the tactics of Marchesotti. Marchesotti unable to neutralize them, and Izzy Bunyan there with a fake pass to Marchesotti, able to recognize that the defense is going to be taking more pressure onto Marchesotti because of that hot hand. So the little look there towards the Argentine big in the center, driving through just enough to distract Abby Wolf and give her just enough space to put the lay in herself. Izzy Bunyan so crucial to everything this Archers team do. If she can stay on the court for this second half, it'll be a huge plus for the Archers. Right now they just need to maintain this lead. 12-point deficit for the Capital outfit. The Met side will be very, very happy indeed with the way this has gone so far. It'll be interesting to see what kind of action Steph Collins is looking to run here. Will she be looking to open it up from deeper positions, or rather, will she be happy to go for higher percentage shots? Just try and keep adding to this lead slowly but surely. The question is whether the defense can maintain a real push in the attempt for a comeback from the Gladiators. Whether or not these Archers can withstand the force of the onslaught that I'm sure the Gladiators are planning to throw the Mets' way will decide how we look at this game when the final whistle blows. Gladiators ball to restart, just under 7 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Robin Lewis has had the ball in her hand more than anyone else for the Gladiators so far. It's in her hand once again, the former Archer. Here's McGarrigan finding Adams, gets into the lane and pulls up from mid-range, and she knocks that one down. Just about a double-digit lead here again for the Archers. Izzy Bunyan nearly lost the ball. Finding Shannon Hatch. Lara Habling. Fantastic work to try and create that second opportunity once the pull-up was denied by Abby Wolf. She steps inside and draws contact and will head to the foul line for 2 shots here. The bench big, Lara Habling. Unbelievable support she's given this Archers team so far today. Defensively, she's been really, really, really strong. But then offensively as well, as she nails that first bucket, she's been wonderful. Two for 2 from the line. That's 6 points for Lara Habling off the bench now. If you remember when we started, I mentioned that no one off the bench averages more than 5. Well, there's 6 for Lara Habling. If they can get some support like this from the bench more consistently, the Archers may be in a better position than even we thought by the end of this season. The Gladiators nailed a 3 there, but the outlet pass to Lara Habling, unable to result in a basket. And the foul there called once again. Lauren Psyche trying to get into position for the charge, but blocking foul called. Referee says that she doesn't have her feet in a set position. Lauren Psyche doesn't care. She steals the restart. trying to take the layup through contact. And that percentage just gets worse and worse and worse for Lauren Psyche. Chantal Handy missed absolutely everything there. An absolutely awful jumper there from the Scottish international, but the rebound collected and put back in by the smaller guard. It's 52-43, 5 minutes 34 remaining. And there is McGarrigan. One for two from the line. Shannon Hatch happy to accept the rebound. Looking to turn those ankles of Chantal Handy. She ends up getting stopped in place. Lauren Psyche looking to use that screen. Takes the one-legged jumper. And that efficiency is just getting worse and worse again. Taya Adams really put a shoulder into Lara Habling there. And Erin McGarrigan draws the foul down low. Gladiators have started this second half fantastically. And so far, Lauren Psyche has been dragging these Archers down with continued offensive attempts. Missing again. 14 seconds on the clock. Robin Lewis looking to make use of this extra possession. Chantal Handy happy to pull up and shoot off the turn. She hasn't been shooting it great so far this game. She's missed every three that she's taken. Then she missed the free mid-range pull-up. Here's Lauren Psyche. Great body move. And a foul called against the Gladiators on that rebound. Pushing off an Archers player to grab the board. So the miss from Lauren Psyche off that great little shimmy, give and go. But it still works out for the Archers. Finding Yunka from the restart. Marchizzotti finds Habling. Pulling up. Abby Yunka with a huge offensive rebound. Her work, her hustle, all game. Evident for all to see. And she finishes it off! Abby Yunka, cash from the corner. Another three goes down for the Archers. That's 3 for 4, shooting a 75% clip. Just in case you couldn't do the math there. I've got the facts and figures here. Shannon Hatch got a hand on that ball. And it goes out for a Gladiators restart. Lara Habling taking a seat for the Archers. Laura Shanahan coming in. I wonder how long Steph Collins will stick to this Lauren Psyche downfall of percentages. Fantastic defensive play. The hustle from the Archers has been outstanding here. Covering all available options, rotating and switching with perfect communication. And Yunka here drives, kicks, and Shanahan unable to connect from the right-hand corner. Robin Lewis calling out the play. Wolf finding Handy. Finds McGarrigan, puts her shoulder into the smaller Abby Yunka and puts it up with ease. Here's Psyche, still trusted. The Diffs dynamic duo connecting here. Hatch and Psyche. Finding Abby Yunka! The three is good. 2 straight threes for the shooting guard. Down the hatch. Abby Yunka. Robin Lewis says, how do you like that? Answers straight back. The deficit reduced. Instantly brought back to 9. What a fantastic game we've got on our hands here today. Both teams seeming really competitive, really trying to increase their position in this playoff race. Lauren Psyche with a miss again. Shannon Hatch with a miss again. A foul called on Lauren Psyche. Apologies there if you heard some non-tasteful words from Lauren Psyche. I think you can understand with her frustration. Here come the bench for the Gladiators. Thompson coming back. The rebound connoisseur. Team GB player. A very big lineup here for the Gladiators with both Wolf and Thompson on. Normally don't see them both on the floor at the same time. But they've got to match the Archers as they have Habling and Marchesotti. Habling, of course, plays as the backup center for the Archers, but in fact isn't quite as tall as you'd expect the center to be. Izzy Bunyan and Shannon Hatch, in fact, both stand taller than her. It's just her skill set at that position enables her and the Archers to run so many different sets, to have a playmaker at that big spot, as you just saw there, trying to create some magic. Unsuccessful that time. Here is Thompson finding Wolf. Two bigs at the perimeter. Only Caledonia. You'd see that. Here is Thompson. Gives it back to Taya Adams. A huge rejection for Marchesotti. But the Gladiators recover the ball. The transition not really working here. And the over-eager Mara Marchesotti just couldn't resist putting her hands in there. Gets the reach-in foul whistled by the referees. 7 points the difference here. Minute 34 to go. Abby Wolf with an opportunity to reduce that deficit further. First is good. And here's the second. 2 for 2 this time from the line, Abby Wolf. Just a little check-in on the scoring leaders. Taya Adams has 21. We're not even in the fourth quarter yet. Izzy Bunyan with a good jab step there. Goes left, finds Mara. Looking for help. Shanahan. Not long. Mara unable to get that baby hook over. Just over a minute to go. The Gladiators only have 5 points to bring back this game. All of a sudden, the Archers' lead dissipating very quickly. And Abby Wolf with a quick take turnaround. It's a 3-point game. The Archers have let it all slip in this third quarter. Izzy Bunyan. Great pass. Mara hoping to make up for that last mistake. Mara found Lara. Lara was blocked. Lauren Psyche breaking ankles, making buckets. That's what she does, everybody. She may have been shooting it poorly for this game so far, but like I said before, she is the most clutch player in this league. She makes shots that matter. Just over 10 seconds here. No difference between the game clock and shot clock. And the referee blows the whistle in the Archers' favour. Kick ball given against scoring leader Taya Adams. The Archers have 6 seconds to get this ball up the court and to find a shot. 6 seconds is long enough, as long as they can find the space. Lauren Psyche with a really strange pull-up shot there. Had far longer than I think she thought she had. Took an off-balance heave from the hip. Trying to draw a foul perhaps, but poor decision, poor shot selection. But the shot beforehand A fantastic, fantastic effort from the point guard. She can stop on a dime. Well, an offensive foul called against Lauren Psyche. Thompson will head to the line. A minute on the shot clock to cut into that deficit. Steph Collins with some words for her ever-trusted point guard, Lauren Psyche. If there was ever words for a point guard to listen to, it'll be anything that Steph Collins has to say. Izzy Bunyan, with a heave from her own court. Not too far off. The game is separated by 3 points at the end of the third, 60-57. The Archers let 9 points slip away from their lead at the half. This game really heating up for what should be a fantastic fourth final quarter for these Archers and Gladiators. This game ever crucial as the standings look, as Caledonia attempting to catch up to Leicester and London Lions. 2 points ahead. Of course, 2 points for a win. So that would bring them level with the two biggest clubs in this league. Whereas the Archers looking to go level with both Newcastle and Essex in the 6 and 7 slots. But that's more about, in fact, trying to get a distance over the 9, 10, 11, 12 that miss out on the playoffs. Currently, they're 4 points ahead of Durham, but Durham played so many fewer games. Durham only played 12 fixtures so far. Cardiff Met played 16. So 4 opportunities to bring back 2 wins. That's all the difference is at the moment. It's the equivalent of 2 wins. But Durham have 4 opportunities to make up that gap. So the Archers need to keep rattling off wins if they are to try and secure the playoff spots. Speaking to Steph Collins all season long, the playoffs have been her goal, her target since day dot. Really wants to have a great postseason moment with this squad. She thinks that this is a fantastic group of players and that they deserve to have that excitement, that passion that comes with postseason playoffs. And the fourth quarter begins with the ball in, you guessed it, Robin Lewis's hands. Here's Elias finding Chantel Handy. Robin Lewis open from 3, but chooses to go for the entry pass, which is knocked out of bounds by Lara Habling, not letting Abby Wolf get her palms on that. Robin Lewis finds Abby Wolf this time, and Abby Wolf gets the rebound off her own miss. And on the second attempt, Shannon Hatch happy to recover the ball for these Archers. Izzy Bunyan open from the middle and puts in the one-footed layup. The lead restored to 5. They need to keep this as a 2-possession game here, the Archers, if they're going to feel any comfort as this game goes down. Izzy Bunyan, I'm sure, going to see more minutes in this fourth quarter, as defense is the name of the game for these Archers. A huge hit for the Gladiators as Handy hits from 3. That's her first 3 of the game. Missed quite a few before that. Izzy unable to utilize the screen from Shannon Hatch, and the layup was wild and reckless. The deficit just 2 now. The Archers need to stop if they're going to get any good momentum going here. And if Abby Wolf is going to get a clear line at the basket like that, she's either going to put the ball through the net or she's going to draw contact. She's too big, she's too strong to have such a clear lane. The referees are going to give her that call every single time. The Archers need to get in there early, put their hands up quickly. Otherwise, this game is going to slip away. Steph Collins saw enough after that wild layup from Izzy Bunyan. Instantly pulled from the game. Abby Juncker and Lauren Shanahan brought in. Abby Juncker A very safe pair of hands for these archers. Steph Collins with plenty of instructions for her as she came on. Well, we've got a tie game, everyone. Hold on to your seats because this could get wild. Abiyanka finding Psyche, turning the corner. Here's Shannon Hatch. The shot goes up, the ball goes down. 64-62 thanks to the metronome, Shannon Hatch. Here's Abby Wolf. Thompson atop the key. Robin Lewis. Lauren Psyche bit on the three-point pump fake. Robin Lewis hasn't been shooting many threes there. A poor defensive calculation by Lauren Psyche, having perhaps one of the worst games I've seen from her this season. But I'm sure that she'll come through for the Archers down the clutch. The crossover hitting the boot of her defender. And Shannon Hatch! Cash from the perimeter. The rainbow three looping in through the net. Someone's got to step up for these Archers. Who else but her? Who else but Hatch? Abby Wolf pounding the ball down low. And the Gladiators take a foot out of bounds. Patricia Elias just unable to keep her footing clear. But that calls for the return of Taya Adams, scoring leader for this game at 21 points. They'll be happy to get shooter Elias off, will the Archers, but Taya Adams may have been the best player in this game so far. Here she is with a fast break opportunity. Only Shanahan and Yunka back. She's so strong down low. Steph Collins with a good timeout there, trying not to let Taya Adams get too hot. So many times today you can see Shanahan struggling there after that shoulder shoved straight into the defender, initiating contact, creating space. And Taya Adams, too strong, too good of a core to get put off balance. She's happy to dismantle the offense with contact, pressure, and putting the lay in with a soft touch. Basketball's all about balance, pace, power, and also finesse. Taya Adams with all of that on display here with a 23-point performance. Still got 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. I'm sure she'll be turned to by the Gladiators to get them through here. Shannon Hatch, almost without really bringing any attention to herself, has got herself up to 16 points. You can almost pencil her in for 18 a game. Without even watching the match, you can be pretty certain that that's going to happen. Abiyanka up at 15 as well. A fantastic game for her today. Really good to see her getting that kind of scoring going. If she can just get a little bit more from deep for the Archers, she can be so important as they push through these playoff moments. We're back underway. Lauren Psyche with ball in hand. Robin Lewis all over her. Chantel Handy happy to step up, but the shooting foul called. The switch here, looking to switch bigs onto smalls as Lauren Psyche was going to drive inside, and then as Psyche stepped back into space, forcing the defenders to switch back once more, causing confusion. And that's exactly when she took that shot. Great decision making. But it's been poor shot making from Lauren Psyche so far today. That's been the story of the match so far for her. If she can make this one, it'll be back to a 2-point game. And a huge shout of encouragement from the other side of the Diffs dynamic duo, Shannon Hatch. Here's Chantel Handy finding Robin Lewis, using the screen from Abby Wolf. Robin Lewis turning in the paint. Mara Machazotti can't get a hand up, but she can get the rebound. Pressure down low. and she throws it straight into the hands of a Gladiator. A scramble here, a really scrappy couple of minutes. As the ball is loose, Robin Lewis releases from 3. And it's good. Robin Lewis calling, saying that the ball might be flat. The referee perhaps inclined to agree. Well, the Gladiators, for the first time in an awfully long time, have just taken the lead through that Robin Lewis 3. The former archer putting the sword to her former teammates. Lauren Psyche calling for the movement from Izzy Bunyan, and she gladly gives that. A huge layup off the move from Izzy Bunyan. Works so well when she's working within this system. It's only when she goes rogue where sometimes you see a reckless side to her offensive play. And Robin Lewis left open again. The Archers should breathe a huge sigh of relief there. Izzy Bunyan in traffic. Shannon Hatch on the burst. No foul called the referee. Here is Taya Adams hoping to slow the game down. Abby Wolf atop the key. We're going to see a lot of lead changes here. Just a point separating the Welsh capital and the Scottish. Taya Adams into traffic. Can't get the pass off clean. Mara Marchesotti with a clean block though. The Gladiators unable to get that one up. The Argentine centre rejecting that offense. Here's Lauren Psyche looking to play through Mara once more. Not long here for Psyche to conjure up some magic. Hatch down low. Hatch with a shooting foul. And she'll head to the line for 2. This to make it a 3-point game. This could be huge for the Cardiff Men Archers with 4 minutes 37 left on the clock. Fantastic composure from these Archers as the Gladiators take a timeout. The clock there dwindling, time running down. And Psyche just calm on the ball, moving it quickly, even though everyone in the Archers Arena's heart is pounding, everyone's on the edge of their seats. They manage to keep composure, keep calm, keep cool. And Shannon Hatch draws the contact down low and puts herself at the free throw line. Taya Adams still leads the game from a point scoring standpoint. 23. Shannon Hatch has 16, Juncker 15, Marchesotti 14. At the start of this game, I was talking about the 3 players for the Archers that average more than 10 in Hatch, Psyche and Bunyan. But today it's been Hatch, Juncker and Marchesotti. Perhaps they got a chance to overhear my comments and stood up and said, well, not today. Today we're going to stand out. And if they can get this on a more consistent basis, the Archers can rival nearly anyone in this league. The referee's whistle there. The Gladiators break from their huddle. Shannon Hatch listening ever so closely to the words of Steph Collins as they emerge from this timeout. Shannon Hatch will head to the line for 2 shots. This to match her league average for this season, 18 points a game. The first is not good. Commentator's curse there. I apologize, Shannon. I'll stay quiet. The second is good. The Archers have a 2-point lead. 4.5 minutes remaining. What more could you be asking for from a sporting event here at Kincoid Campus? Here is Robin Lewis. Hadn't shot it well in the first half, but here in the fourth quarter she's been lights out. Looking to find that entry pass. Instead chooses to drive herself, and Marchesotti brings the ball down. Well, the shot clock has gone. Coach is calling for What time should be on the clock here? Izzy Bunyan sets the restart. Shot clock is put to 24. That is counted as a shot clock violation by the Gladiators. Mara Machizotti finding Bunyan. Jab, step and go. And the offensive foul called against the Archers. Moving screen. Mara Machizotti couldn't help but get those feet just shuffling slightly, trying to help out her teammate Bunyan. All she's done is punish the team. Here is Abby Wolf once again atop the key. Robin Lewis declines the screen. Chantel Handy attempts the 3 once more. She has not been shooting it well today. Only hit the 1. Here is Lauren Psyche, happy to take some time off the clock here. A huge step out from Chantel Handy. Miscommunication between Psyche and Shannon Hatch as the ball bounces aimlessly out of bounds. Well, how long can Steph Collins keep the faith in Lauren Psyche? Unfortunately, they don't really have that many options when it comes to confident ball handlers at the 1 spot. Anyone that she might have put in is already playing. And Abby Juncker and Izzy Bunyan. Taya Adams with a Euro step there. Created a beautiful amount of space for herself, but just blew the layup. 3 minutes remaining. Here's Abby Juncker with the ball. Steph Collins calling for a fist play here. Make sure you keep your eyes on Shannon Hatch. Lauren Psyche turned her down. Called her own number. And misses the mid-range pull-up once again. Lauren Psyche, that's 2 for 14. A drastically terrible shooting performance for Lauren Psyche today. Uncharacteristic. The ball stays with the Gladiators there. Only 6 seconds on the clock here as time notches down slowly. Here's Robin Lewis. Not long to get that shot up. Get it up she does and gets it to go down. It's a tie ball game at 71. Abby Juncker finding position. Lauren Psyche finding Bunyan. Trying to drop under the pressure. Drives down low. Manages to get a hand on the rebound but unable to claim the ball. Robin Lewis. 2 minutes remaining. These Gladiators really want this win. They've fought hard to bring the game back. A great cut from McCarrigan. But the defense of Bunyan and Marchizotti. And a 3-second violation called. McCarrigan did not believe that she was inside the technical area. But the defense from Bunyan and Marchizotti there, so impressive. Impounding McCarrigan to that spot, unable to let her move or find a teammate in any space at all. And the 3-second violation called. And now we've got a timeout here. Everyone needs a chance to catch their breaths. Both teams playing at full throttle here for a solid, well, 38 minutes. Minute 51 left on this clock, and you couldn't call this. Honestly, I feel sorry for the bookies on days like this. 71-71, a minute 51 to go. The Archers had a fantastic first half and have had a steady second half, but the Gladiators have really tried to pound the ball inside and connect with threes as they did in the first half, but they've been way more successful off the second chance points, and the Archers just haven't been hitting those unbelievable shots as they were in the first. Those 2-point outlet passes haven't been available. Turnovers have been poor from the Archers. Whilst the Gladiators still lead in the turnover battle, it was a big difference between those two teams, and now that gap is only 1. Shannon Hatch going to get the Archers started here. able to advance the ball forward into a half-court spot. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Mara down low with Thompson on her. Izzy Bunyan gets the switch. Now they have to find Mara. But a steal from Taya Adams. You can see what the Archers were trying to do there, trying to get Mara switched onto the smaller McCarrigan. But the Gladiators were ready. Taya Adams came from the depths of nowhere, it seemed, with that steal. Shannon Hatch thought she might have had a shot there from the free throw line. The clock ticking down. Shannon Hatch looking to find space, but it's Izzy Bunyan from the corner. Shannon Hatch with a huge offensive rebound. And the miss off the second chance. How many more opportunities will these Archers get? Not many better than that. 55 seconds remaining. Taya Adams finding Thompson. Robin Lewis, the trusted hands. Chantel Handy thought about taking that sidestep three. The Archers would have welcomed it. It's a huge baby hook shot. Well, the buzzer went for a shot clock violation. Miscommunication between referees there as the buzzer sounded for the shot clock violation, but in fact, the bucket will count for the Gladiators. After slight conferring, they designated that the shot was good, released in time, and after bouncing off the rim, the follow-up leaves the Archers trailing by 2 points. 37 seconds remaining. A perfect opportunity here for a 2-for-1 situation for the Archers, but they can't rush it. They need to make sure they not only get a shot up before we pass that 24-second transitional point. They need to get a good shot up. Make sure that they can get that last possession, but make sure that they lead into this next defensive set with a game in their hands. Steph Collins, all the pressure rests on her players and her staff for these next vital 37 seconds. Basketball, as we said previously, a huge make or miss league. This sport, make or miss. 37 seconds for the Archers to make this a game to remember, or in fact one to put in the back of the mind and forget. Lauren Psyche breaks away. Mara with a screen. Lauren Psyche aiming to step back on a dime. She steps through the contact, but a second help defender with a strong block. Archers need a stop here, otherwise it might be game over. Robin Lewis on the ball once more. Shannon Hatch leaves Chantel Handy open. Finds Taya Adams. Fouled by Abby Yunker. 10 seconds remaining. That block from Thompson on Lauren Psyche may be the deciding factor in this game. The Archers have fought well, fought strong throughout this game. And the Gladiators take a timeout. Not long left on this game. You can see why they might think to do this. Gives the Archers also a chance to try and set something up for what would be an amazing end to the game if they can pull something off here. 10 seconds left. What does Steph Collins have up her sleeve? What do these Archers have left in the tank? I wonder if that was the set that Steph Collins drew up that Lauren Psyche ended up taking there. Or was that perhaps a failed attempt at running through a set play and Lauren Psyche improvising? Because if so, if so, you've got to wonder at what point is enough? We've trusted Lauren Saiki. There's no one I would trust more. But at some point, someone's got to be the adult in the room. She's missed 13 out of 15 shot attempts today. Surely there is a better option on this court for the Archers than another desperate attempt from Lauren Saiki. Junker's got 15 on 6 for 8. Bunyan's got 11 on 5 for 10. Marchezzotti 14 on 6 for 10. Shannon Hatch 17 on 7 for 13. Everyone's over 50% except for Lauren Saiki. Yet it was still her taking that crucial shot. McCarrigan gets the ball off the inbound and Izzy Bunyan chooses to foul. Izzy Bunyan, that's her 4th foul. So she had a foul to give there. Shannon Hatch with a foul also on McCarrigan. That's only her 2nd foul of the game. That sends the Gladiators to the line. It's all about getting the ball back for these Archers. Steph Collins with final reminders for Junker, Saiki and Marchezzotti. Well, the first is good for McCarrigan. This next one could be the dagger. 7.2 seconds left on the clock. Archers need a miss here, otherwise it might be curtains. The Archers faithful, unable to put off the experienced McCarrigan. Taya Adams with a poke on the ball from Lauren Saiki. 5.4 remaining. It's going to have to be a 3-point play here if the Archers are to do anything. Catch and shoot for Lauren Saiki. And it is, as this game has gone, a wild and desperate attempt for Lauren Saiki to steal the game. And an unsuccessful one at that. This game finishes here at Archers Arena, 75-71 in favour of the Caledonia Gladiators. A fantastic game of basketball here. The Archers were up 12 at halftime, but the lead dwindled and dwindled throughout that 3rd quarter. And there was just a sense of momentum shifting as we continued towards that final buzzer. Taya Adams takes away the player of the game performance. 23 points. She was outstanding from the minute go. Shannon Hatch, Abby Junker, Izzy Bunyan, Mara Marchezzotti, all fantastic. Lara Habling off the bench, all fantastic for the Archers today. Lauren Saiki with a shockingly terrible performance, the worst I've seen this year. And unfortunately, it might be that which cost the game for the Archers. Thank you for joining us here at Cardiff Met Sport TV and the WBBL. We'll be back here soon for more WBBL action. Remember, plenty of Archers play up and coming. Varsity on Wednesday. Cardiff Met Sport TV are going to be live for 10 hours straight. Make sure to check in with us then. 23 separate events. All the sports that you can possibly imagine. All available here at Cardiff Met Sport TV and King Coyd Campus. Thank you for having me. I've been David Jones. I'll see you next time.